If you want to start a football completely from scratch, you came to the right place. By the end of this video, you are going to know how to build a fully functional, professional WordPress blog for free. Now, I decided to divide it into 5 simple steps. Firstly, I'm going to explain you what is web hosting and why you need one. Then I'm going to show you how you can set up one really easily. And also in third steps, I'm going to show you how you can go and download WordPress and set up everything in correct way. And then I will show you how you can go and customize it however you want and create the blog of your dreams. And last but not least, I'm going to show you how you can actually publish stuff that people will actually see. So let's get right into it. What is web hosting? Now, you may not know it now, but you are actually using web servers right now watching this YouTube video. Let's take a look at this example. Every single website contains many elements such as text, images, videos, buttons, links, and many more. All of those elements need to be stored in one location. You can think about it like one file. Now, there are many websites. For example, mine is a small website under 1 gigabyte. But there are also some websites that are huge, and you are probably visiting them every single day. For example, your Amazon or YouTube, and those can have hundreds and hundreds of terabytes of data. But your personal computer cannot simply store every website like this because it simply doesn't have enough storage, right? So there has to be another way, and that's exactly where web hosting comes in. You can think about it like a middleman. So let's take a look at this example. Let's say you want to go to this website, simplerecipes.com. Whenever you go and click on it on your computer, what is actually happening is that your computer will send a request to web server via the internet, basically saying something like this: hey, web server, we want to go to this website. Give us all the correct images, text, videos, and everything we need to load it up on our computer. And web server is like, okay, I'm on it, and start searching throughout its database of many files until they find the correct one. And they will send it to you in response containing all of those elements of that website. So the website can start loading up. And this process is really fast. With good web hosting companies, it can take less than 1 second. And this is what you are basically paying for, making your website available 24/7 and storing all of the data from your website in one single location. Now, this is the web hosting part. Whenever you are creating websites, you're also gonna need something called domain. Here you can see what it actually does. The important part is the blue one, the name of your website, or otherwise known as the domain. This is what people will type up into their search engine or they will remember. But also keep in mind those red part, top level domain. Those are your .com, .net, .org, and many others. Now the important part is there can be only one registered active domain with the specific name. But you are not registering only the blue part. You are registering the blue part plus the red part. What does that mean? You cannot have simplerecipes.com because it's already taken by someone else and they are using it, but you can have simplerecipes.org because it's a different root domain. Even though the blue part is completely the same, it will create a different root domain if you change the red part. But I would highly suggest you go and create something of your own and preferably use .com as your top level domain. Now in this example, I'm going to be showing you how you can go and create your blog with Bluehost because it's one of the most popular out there and one of the best options for beginner bloggers. Now I am affiliated with them, and if you want to get discount, you can go to lucanos.com/Bluehost or simply click the link in the description. Now I'm gonna type lucanos.com/Bluehost and it will load up this website. You can see 2 options, WordPress made easy and web hosting done right. Even though we are gonna create WordPress website, we do not wanna go with WordPress made easy. We definitely wanna go with shared hosting. So you're gonna click on host your site in here. Now you see many different plans. Even though Bluehost recommends this Choice Plus, I would highly suggest you go with basic. The biggest difference is that you will have unlimited amount of website, but you really don't need it just now, and also supposedly unlimited SSD storage, which is not unlimited, it's just high amount of storage, but 50 gigabytes is more than you will need for your first website. So I will definitely suggest you go with basic. That's what I personally went for. So you're gonna hit select. And now you're gonna create your domain. If you have already created a domain somewhere else, you can go and put it up in here. But if you have no domain, you're gonna go in here. You can search your top level domain. I'm gonna go for .com, and I would suggest you to do as well. If you go with domain like recipes, which is already taken obviously, you will get this message that the domain recipes is not available for registration. They will try to give you some weird suggestions, but go with something more casual. I'm gonna go with recipes by Luca, and if the domain is available, they will show it to you right here. Now you can create your account. Here you're gonna simply put all of your information. Now, important part is, I don't know why, but I've seen many people putting up fake information in here, like fake name, fake address and stuff like that. You do not wanna do this because you are gonna be officially registered in a public place. So you definitely wanna go and put your real information inside your account information in here. Now you have package information, where you're gonna see the account plans. I now can see that 12 month is only $275, so I'm definitely gonna go with it. If you see something different, something more suitable for you, you can go with that. You're gonna see that our hosting price is now $33 for the first year, and we're gonna get free domain registration for the first year and free SSL certificate. But when I scroll down, you can see that our total is all of a sudden $116, and that's because Bluehost is trying to upsell us many things. So I'm gonna turn them off. For example, ColdGuard Basic, you don't actually need it, and also you don't need Sidelog Security Essentials. The only thing I like to leave is domain privacy protection, because this is what it does. Whenever you are registering your domain, it has to be public knowledge who owns it, because it's a law basically. But when you don't feel like sharing your personal information, your phone number, your real name, the address where you live, your email address with the entire world, you can go and get this domain privacy, or other known as WHOIS privacy. And what is actually happening is that those companies will hide your personal information under their own company information, so nobody can see it. Now, this will not affect the speed of your website by any means, so you don't actually need it. But you may have some spam calls or some weird emails if you don't get it, so I personally go for it. But if you don't go for it, and if you decide to turn it off, you can see that your total will be the same as hosting price. But for this tutorial, I'm definitely going for it. Additionally, you're gonna go and put your payment information in here, and you can go and read the terms of services and policies. And if you do not want to receive special emails for them, you're gonna hit this as well and hit submit. After that, it's gonna show you your receipt. Now you're gonna hit and create account, and now you're gonna go and create your password. So simply put something you're gonna remember. Now it will take you to your Bluehost account, so you wanna go and enter the password you have just created and hit login. Now you're gonna click on create your website. You can skip those steps, they're really unnecessary. But this is important. Even though they're once again trying to suggest you to go with the best WordPress for beginners, you do not want to go with the right option. You definitely want to go with limitless customization on the left with WordPress. So I'm gonna go and hit get started. Now you can skip those steps once again, you can do everything in here in Bluehost, and now this is what your Bluehost account looks like. This is where you're gonna have the control of your website. So let me take you here. This is your home page. Here you can see all of the sites you currently have. You're gonna have only one site with the domain you have just created and probably this image in here. Now you have some marketplace when you can buy some additional stuff, you don't actually need them. You're gonna have your email options, so for example, if you wanna have your specific domain as the email, so you will not have lucaknows@gmail.com, but you will have, for example, support@lucaknows.com, which is gonna make it more professional. You can see the terms in here, but you don't need to worry about it just now. You're also gonna see your domains. Now, important part is when you see this as unverified, you wanna go to your email address and verify it. It's simple, you're just gonna click on the link in there. You have some marketing tools. The cool information is that you will get $150 promotional credits from Google Ads. They are basically matching the amount you will spend on ads. So if you spend $150 on ads with Google, they will give you additional $150 for free, which is really cool if you are creating, for example, a website for your business. Now, if I'm gonna hit advanced, it will take you to your cPanel, which is basically the backend of your website. You can even create WordPress from here, and you can access your MySQL, file manager, email accounts, and stuff like that. Now, whenever you want to have more information about your servers, you're going to go and click on server information, and they will show it to you in here. You can see that everything's working and stuff like that, but you don't need to worry about it. So let me take you back to my sites. Now, when you want to go and access your website, you want to go and hit manage sites. So you want to go and hit this button, and it will give you a few solutions. You can go click around. For example, if you have more users, let's say writers on your blog, you're gonna be able to add them in here and see them. You can create backups, performances. Now the important part is when you have security, you wanna make sure that your SSL certificate, or Let's Encrypt, is put on, and also enforce HTTPS. Make sure both of those are on. You can see your plugins and settings, but when you want to go and finally access your website, you want to go to log into WordPress. You're going to click on it, and it will automatically log in into your WordPress account, and this is what it looks like. You can see when I go hover over it, click visit website, it will take you to here. But important part is when I want to go and copy this and put it into incognito mode as a visitor, you are actually not going to be able to see this website, because as you can see, it's only showing you that it's coming soon. And you can deal with it easily. You want to go to your Bluehost, click My Sites, Manage Site. Whenever you want to go, hit Settings and go down in here, Coming Soon page, and simply hit it off. And now, when you want to go, once again, I'm going to copy it, go into incognito mode, put it inside here, and you can see you are able to access your website now. So let's go back into our WordPress dashboard, because this looks really confusing in here. When I want to go, click on Bluehost, there are many additional stuff we don't actually need it, and it's really confusing. So let's clean this up. What you want to go and do is go and find plugins. Go, click on it, and we are going to get rid of all the pre-installed plugins, because many of them we don't need and they are just cluttering our website right now. You can go and select them one by one, or you can simply go and select this one box and it will automatically select all of them. What you need to do now is hit deactivate and hit apply. This will deactivate all of the plugins currently using, so it will not crash your website. And then I'm gonna select them all once again and hit delete and apply. They will ask us if we are sure. Yes, we are. I'm gonna hit OK, and you can see it starts deleting all of the website. And the left side of our menu, we can see it's way cleaner right now. The same thing we're gonna do with pages and posts. So I'm gonna select everything, and now I'm gonna hit move to trash, and it will appear in here the new column called trash. So it will move to trash. We can see that it's new column. We're gonna hit trash, select it one more time, and hit delete permanently and apply. Now lastly, we're gonna do this fastly with our post, and go to trash and once again hit it and delete permanently. Now we have really clean WordPress, and you can see the website, there is no content whatsoever, so we can start adding it right now. Now while we are here, we can deal with some basic stuff as well. For example, we can go to our permalinks and change them for plain to post name. It will basically do this to your website. Whenever a visitor comes to your website, it will not show them this weird URL, but it will show them in more understandable way. So simply hit save changes. And now I'm gonna show you how you can go and change password to your WordPress. So you want to go to users, all users. You're gonna be only able to see yourself. You're gonna go click edit. And then here you can change some preferences, but what you are looking at is this new password. You're gonna go hit set new password. You can delete this and put anything you would like to have here. So for example, I'm gonna put food password 123. I'm gonna copy this and hit update profile. Don't forget to do this. And now whenever I want to go to my website, I don't need to go through Bluehost. what I can actually do is I'm gonna take my domain and I'm gonna take you in here, and we are not gonna log in, but what we are going to do is put /wp-admin and hit OK or enter. And this will take you into your WordPress login. Here, you're gonna put your email from your Bluehost and password you have just created and hit login. And what will happen is that it will automatically take you to your WordPress website. I'm gonna show you a little trick. What I like to do is copy this, go to my Chrome, hit add page, and I'm gonna put WordPress in here and put the URL in here. So what's gonna happen is whenever I want to go and log in into my WordPress, I don't need to go through Bluehost, or I don't need to put some /wp-admin always. I just simply go in here, click on this website, and it will automatically take me in here. So it's really easy life hack for you. You can also go and do many different stuff in your settings. For example, you can go and set up your site title. So this is what people are going to see. You can see that when I hover over this, people are going to see recipe blog. But when I want to change it to, for example, look at recipes and hit some tagline. So for example, I can go and put simple recipes for everyone, and I'm gonna hit save changes. You can see this will change our bar, and it changed to what we are looking for. Look at recipes, simple recipes for everyone. So you can do it in here. You can also set up, for example, the date, how you like to show it, whenever your week starts on Monday or if it starts on Sunday, and all of other stuff. But now let's finally change the appearance of our website, because I don't like this bird whatsoever. So what you want to go and do is go under appearances. You can see many themes, but we are going to go and add new. And what you are searching for is something called Astra. If you don't see it in here, you can simply go and search it in this bar, and it will automatically show it to you. You want to go hit install. You can always preview it if you have something new, but Astra is one of the most used, and I have only good experiences with them. Now we are going to go to plugins and add new. And here search something called starter templates. It will search you this plugin. You want to go and hit install it. Now, whenever you are looking for your plugins, you can see also their rankings in here. What I like to do is go and check out the better rankings. So you can see it in here that the last bed ranking is 23 hours, so 1 day ago. And the next one is 3 weeks ago, 1 month ago, and a long time ago, which is good. And I'm also gonna go and check up 5-star reviews. I think you can see it's 1 hour, 6 hours, and only few days. And this is what we are looking for, because sometimes you will come across plugins that seems to have good reviews, but when you click on 1-star reviews, you can see that they are really recently. So you're gonna see a few hours, days, and it will show you that currently that plugin is broken and it doesn't work. But we can definitely see that this one is really good and people have no problem with them. So we can install it now and also once again hit activate it. Now under appearances you will see that it appeared in here. So I'm gonna go and click on starter templates. This will take you to this site. You want to go and click build your website. Now you have some page builders. You can choose between basic WordPress editor, you can have Beaver builder, but by far the most popular and the best for you is definitely Elementor, so I'm gonna go with that. And here you can go and check out websites you would like. You can go and even find specific topics, so for example food blogger and stuff like that. But keep in mind, whenever you see this premium, you will have to pay extra money for that theme. Now if you want to go and check this around, you can click on it and simply interact with it like with any other website. So for example, you can go to About Us, check if you like the layout, if you like the overall feel of the website. And for example, we like this one, so I'm gonna go and select it. I like the way it looks, it's really simple. So I'm gonna go, skip continue, we can continue this. Now you don't need to put any information in here. What I like to do is unclick this share non-sensitive data and hit submit and build my website. Now this usually takes anywhere between 15 and 30 seconds, so you just need to wait right now. What is happening that they are downloading everything for your website. And as you can see, it took us just 24/7 to build our website. Now, what does that mean? When I want to go back to my dashboard and you're going to go and click on visit site, you see that our sites look much better. What they've actually done, they've installed all of the correct images and stuff like that for this website. And now we can go and interact with it. And if you go to plugins, they also installed a few plugins like Elementor and VP Forms Lite. Now we need to get one more plugin and we can start creating our blog. Let's go into plugins and hit add new. In here, we are going to go and search for something called unlimited elements. And after that, you are going to be able to see this, unlimited elements for Elementor. Go and hit install now. And don't forget to activate it as soon as it installs. Now I'm going to hit activate. This will take you to a new page. As you can see, this is a window that popped up. Now, you want to go and skip this. So I'm going to hit skip. And it will take you to download many things. Now, you can see there are many things, but for our example, for this blog, you're only going to need to go to post widgets and download those that are free. You can see it into top right corner. So I'm going to install those. And we don't need to install anything more. If you would like, you can go and check out many more, but this is what we are going to be needing. So let me go to our website and let's finally change it. So when you want to change something, you want to go into this administration bar and hit edit with Elementor. This will take you to this simple drag and drop editor where you can go and edit everything even if you don't know how to code, which is excellent for our needs. Now we can go and start editing. As you can see, the header of the website and the footer of the website are going to be edited separately. So now let's start it. As you can see, we have this text here. If you want to go and edit text, you can go and simply hover over it and click on this pencil. It will open a new window on left side. Let's say we want to go and change this to something like cooking. We all love cooking. But we don't want to have this small text in here. We think it's enough to have we love cooking. So what you can do is go, click on this pencil, hit delete on your keyboard or simply right click it and hit delete in here. Whenever you want to go back, for example, you want to bring back this text, you can go in here and click on history and it will show you what have you done. So you can go and click on it and it will take you back into history before you have made that move, which is really good if you're making a lot of changes. Now we can go back to our panel and we can configure it. Let's say we want this button to change. We don't want to say get started, but check recipes. And I'm gonna go and put capital R. Now, this looks good, but we can make it look much more better. In style, you are doing everything that's style. So it's the font you are using, the color, the hover color, and everything you can do in styles. So when you want to go and change the font and everything text related, you want to go and click on this pencil and you can here select font. So for example, I want to go with this font. You can go and select size how you want, how big you want it. I want it like this. Weight, this is how bold your text is going to be, so you can make it really bold or really small. Also, you can go and go to normal. You can go transform, for example, if you want to capitalize it, or if you want to uppercase everything, you can go and do it here, but I like to keep it on default. Styles, italic, normal, and if you want to have some weird stuff, for example, line through it, you can go and check it a bit here. I genuinely keep it just on default, nearly everything in here. You can go change with line heights, but we are going to be changing this later on. Now, let's take a look at colors. You can go and see text color. Now it's kind of grayish. I don't want it. I want to have it white. So I'm going to put this, and color is the color of the button itself. So let's change it to something different. You know what? Let's make it transparent. Now you can see that we are controlling opacity with this lower handle. So whenever you want to go and have something invisible, just drag this completely to left. And now let's create border type. we have it currently set on none, but we want to have a solid border. And now when I'm gonna go move this, you can see it starts to appear. The border radius basically means how round it is. I want to have this button really round, and here we can select color of our button. I think this looks really good. Now let's take a look at hover colors. What does that mean? Whenever you hover over it, you want to see some response as a visitor, so that you know that it's actually working. So when I want to go and change this, I want to make it white, and you can see when I hover over it, it changes to white, which is really good because it gives you response as a visitor. Now I don't like this white because you cannot see the text. What I want to go and do is make it a little bit grayish. And now this is exactly what I was looking for. You can see when I hover over it, it just slightly changes the color and it looks really professional. So I'm gonna keep it like this. Now if I want to go and move this closer to cooking, we can go and do that in advanced. You can see this margin. If I start moving it up, you will see that it will start creating more and more space. Now if I want to go and hit 0, it will take you to basic. Now these link values together is usually pre-clicked for you. So what does that mean is whenever you have this selected, it will change every single one of them. But you most likely don't want to do that. Let's say we want to go and bring this closer. So what we are going to do, we are not going to add numbers in here, we're going to subtract. So you can go also into minus values, which is really good to remember. Now let's change the background. Whenever you want to change the background of this all, you can see that this blue rectangle is selected. This is showing you your section. If I'm gonna go and click on those dots, it will take you to global settings for this whole box. And when we're gonna go to styles, we can see that currently it's set up as image a background. If I'm gonna go and remove it, you can see only gray stuff. So if I'm gonna go update all the changes to save them and want to see my website, I'm gonna go under this eye and click on it, and it will automatically show you the changes you have just done. And we don't see anything in here. So let's change it. If you want to have a different image, you can simply click in here, go to media library, choose something, or if you want, you can go and upload your own images in here. But I will actually show you how you can go and get a video in here. So what you want to go and do is go from classic to video. And this background fallback, I'm gonna go and add our video. I have it over here on homepage and I want to open this video. As you can see, it will upload itself. It can take few seconds. And now our video is finally uploaded. So what we can do is copy this URL to our clipboard, or you can just simply go in here and hit Ctrl+C and hit insert media. Now you can see that it doesn't show you anything yet. What you want to go and do is go and give the link in here, and it will automatically go and connect it with the video. So you can see our video is working right now when I want to go and preview it. And now as you can see, we already have our moving image in here, and this is how it would look like on final site. Now if you want to have this bigger image, you can simply go hit on those dots and go inside minimum height, and you can see when you increase minimum height, it will also increase the amount of space. So let's put it around 700, 350. This is really good. Now let's move differently. When you want to go and delete all of this section, you don't need to go and do it one by one. You can actually go and click on this delete section, and you can see that everything just disappeared. But if you want to add your own new section, you can simply go on add section, and here click on add new section. And I'm gonna select this one, the double section, so it will allow you to place stuff on both ends. When you see this, you can clearly see that this doesn't expand fully on the left side, so you can put it inside a box only. And if you want to combat it, you can go and click full width, and you can see that it appeared larger. So whenever you, for example, want to go and drag this image in here, you can see that it takes more space. But when I'm gonna go and put it inside the box, you can see that it has borders in here. So let's put it on full width. You can see it's without borders, but what I like to do is go inside boxed, and you can actually manually select your width by your own. So for example, in this tutorial, I'm gonna go for 1350, and this is a good section size. But I actually don't like that it's even. I want to have one smaller section and one larger section. You can go and move it inside in here, but you can also go and click in here and put up any percentage number. So now we are dealing with this side, and I want it to be 1/3. So I'm gonna go and add 33.33%, and you can see that it's completely third. Now let's start putting up some content in here, but before that we have to create our content. So let's take a look how you can go and create your own content. Whenever you want to go and get out of Elementor, you want to go and click on this hamburger icon and go to exit to dashboard. Now I have already created for you the backend of this website, so I have a few images and some text that I want to use. But I will show you actually one really cool hack how you can go and make your recipes look absolutely beautiful. So let me take you back inside WordPress, and yes, you guessed it, we're gonna need one more plugin, but this is the last one. We're gonna go and hit add new, and what we are looking for is called recipe card, and select this one by WP Zoom. I'm gonna go and install it and also activate it. This will allow us to create really cool stuff that you don't see on many beginners bloggers. This will automatically make sure that you look the best of the best. So as you can see, we have a 0 post. So let's add our first post. It's gonna be a recipe for Mexican vegan lentil soup, because I found it on internet. Here we can go and add title. It's gonna be our Mexican vegan lentil soup. In this plus side, we can actually start adding blocks. So as you can see it in here in Google Docs, it's actually kind of similar if you think about it. We have our heading and some text, then other text, and then other text, and then we have some lists and again some text. And we can do this easily in here. So for example, we need heading. So I'm gonna go and add heading and put up this: why you should eat soup. It's a good beginner starting point. Now, what you can do now is go and select paragraph, or you can simply go and hit enter and it will automatically create paragraph for you. So now I can go and simply copy this and paste it inside of here. And as you can see, it's really helping us easily. Now, let's say I want to go and add list inside here. You can see it's 1 through 5. Well, we can actually do it easily. We can go hit browse all, and you can see all of the options we have in here. But we are going to stay with the basic, with the list one. And here I'm gonna go and copy 5 reasons why you should be eating soup and put it inside here. Now, as you can see, the 5th one doesn't appear to connect with it. It ends with 4. Well, we can fix it really easily. I'm gonna go in here and hit a backspace. And you can see it will automatically take it to a previous selection, which is really cool. And now you can actually go select everything in here and simply copy and paste it inside your Word document. So you can see that it's really trying to help you as much as possible. If you have something highlighted, you want to unhighlight it, you can do it inside here. If you're gonna go and put somewhere links, so for example, you want to go and hit phosphorus, you want to put some link inside here, you can go and paste it in here and it will automatically take you up there. Here we have normal list, but beside this, numbers we are using only simple dots. And now let's take a look at this trick I have prepared for you. What you actually want to go and do is click on this plus sign and hit a browse all. And we want to go and scroll all the way down inside here. And here we want to go and search this recipe card block and drop it inside. Now this is a really cool way to start. So let me actually select some image of our soup. Well, that's kind of easy. We've already shown you that. You're gonna go to upload files, select files. I'm gonna go to our post photos, and this is the photo of the soup we are going to be creating. You can also go and put up more files, so you don't need to do it one by one. You can just go select, for example, 3, hit open, and it will take all of them together. So this can save you some time. But now let's add this photo as our cover photo. Okay, this starts to look really good. As you can see, this helpful plugin has created a lot of things for us. So let's change it. Let's say this recipe is gonna be for 8 servings. The preparation time is about 20 minutes and the cooking times is about 60 minutes. And calories, let's say 350 calories. I don't know about it, but I just guessed it. And now we can start adding ingredients list in here. Why I want to do it this way? Well, you will surely understand in just a few moments. So I will skip through this and put up all the ingredients in here. Now, as you can see, when you need more ingredients, simply go and hit this plus sign. And if you want to delete something, you can go and press delete. And if you want to move it, so for example, you want to get 1 medium red pepper as a first one, you can go and hit those dots and move all of your ingredients, which is a really cool way. Now, let's say I want to add some note or something, you can go and hit this add ingredients group. And I like to put up optional stuff in here. So for example, optional hot pepper to taste. Now let's put up step-by-step direction. Once again, if you need more steps, you can simply add them in here or take them away. And if you want to go and upload some image, you can go and do it simply like this. So for example, this, and it's gonna have image as a step, which is also one of the ways to do it. And now we can put some notes in here, for example. So I want to go and click this and put it inside here as one note. Now this looks really awesome. Let's also add a few images inside here and we are going to be done. As you can see, we have only text, which doesn't look the best, but let's change that. So for example, let's put up image in here. You can go and click on images and hit upload. Or if you have it already in your media library, you can simply go inside there and select it. If you don't like the sizes, you can go and adjust it in here, or you can actually go and let's say you want to have only 75% of the size or 100%, and you can go and play around it in here. And if you want to have a different alignment, you can go and simply select it inside here. So for example, aligned in center, and you can see it's going to be automatically aligned for you. Now let's put up some more images. Here we can go and put up image, media library. I'm gonna go for this image. And once again, I'm gonna go and align it into center. As you can see, it came up with some pre-written stuff. And if you want to get rid of it, simply delete it. And why are lentils good for you? We're gonna add one more image with some specifications so that people can actually see what we are talking about. And now you can go and preview what you have just created. Now you can see this is what your first blog post looks like. It looks kind of weird, but we are getting there. The good part about this is, as you can see, people can simply go and select the stuff they have and see it more unified. You can see the amount of servings, prep time, and you don't need to waste a lot of time doing stuff like this. So this is really big plus. Now let's change some things. For example, we want to go and show also the image. So we're going to go to feature image. And this is actually what's going to be showing us when we are searching for this image. So I'm going to go and select this soup. Now we can go and select category. As you can see, by default, you're gonna have only unrecognized as category, but we can add new categories. And for this, we're gonna add soup as our category. And we're gonna add new category. This category stat is really important for food bloggers because when you're publishing a lot of content, sometimes you can get lost in what you have actually created. But if you organize it really good, you will have no problem whatsoever. So we can go and see that we want to have it only as a soup and hit unrecognized. But don't worry, you can have one post in multiple categories, which is really good. Now we have some many things. For example, if you want to have it immediately public after publishing, you can go and select it in here. And you can do many different stuff, but this is what we would actually like. So let's hit publish and let's visit our post. Now you can see that there is some weird green background for some reason, which I really don't like. So let's get rid of it. What we are actually wanting to do is not to do it with Elementor, but go here and click on Customize. This will start customizing stuff on your site. After it's updated, we're gonna hit a blog post, hit single blog post, and you can see many different styles. So for example, let's say we don't want to have this feature image in here. We can simply go, hit on this eye icon, and it will automatically disappear. Also, I don't want to have this metadata in here. So I can go and simply one by one delete all of them. Now this starts to look really good. Let's get rid of the green stuff. Now what we want to go and do is go into colors, and you can see that side background is selected in here. We want to keep it on white, and we also want to go and change this green color to completely white, so it appears that it's seamless, which we really want. And let's change a lot of different stuff. For example, typography. Now I don't know why, but on my computer this, when I click on typography, it can take a few seconds to load up. I don't know why, but just be patient about it. And now you can see that it loaded up, and we have many things to change. So for example, we can go and change the size of our heading, which looks really bad. Let's say we want to go and change, for example, line height. We can go and do it by here. And if you want to go back, you can simply go and hit this blue icon in here. And you can go and select many stuff. So for example, let's say you want to change heading 2. So for example, this is heading 2, why you should be eating soup. You can see that we are making it look bigger. Let's keep it on 40. Now let's put up some line height inside here. Now also I like to go and put paragraph margin, so it doesn't look that cluttered everything. So you have actually a lot of space in here. If you can see, if it's on 0, it's one seamless text and it doesn't look that good. But if I'm gonna start moving it, it will actually create some breathing space for the text and make it look more professional and better for your viewers, which you always want to go with. And I'm happy with those changes, so I'm gonna go and hit publish. And now you have just created your first blog post, which is really cool. Now, whenever you want to go and edit your blog post, you see that you don't see Elementor inside here. Well, what you want to go and do is go under post, select the one you've just created and hit edit. And it will take you to this blog editor on WordPress, which is really good. Now you can go and select many stuff. For example, let's say we want to go and align this in center, so it's in line with everything we have just created. And now we can go and update it. Now you can go and add a lot of blog posts by yourself, but I'm gonna do this off camera, so you don't need to waste time watching me adding it. Okay, so I've added some content and now we can finally go and change our website. So what you wanna go is hit visit website. It will show you your website, and once again go to edit with Elementor. In here we are going to be finally dealing with those sections. So let me go and delete this image. Now what we want to do here is show our content. So in basic Elementor you cannot do this, but because we downloaded free widgets, we can actually do this for free. So when I go and type post, you can see that in top right corner it's UE logo, which is unlimited elements, which we just downloaded. Now when I'm gonna go and drag post blocks in here, you can actually see that it will create our blog post. So the posts I have in here, you can actually see that they are going to be translated in here. Those are the feature images that I've set up. And you can see they are in the same order. So we have vegan lentil soup, chicken tortilla soup, and cheesy vegetable lasagna. And you can see it will start to adding up in its own order, but we can control everything about it. And this is the beautiful part. So let me show it to you. What we want to go and do is in content in general. Here you can go and change how many you want, so you can go from 1 or even 5, but genuinely I like the 3 the best. But if you're doing it for a whole site, you want to go for 4 or maybe even 5. Now grid gap is going to be showing you how far they are from each other. I usually like to leave it on 0. Read more is going to be name of our button, I can keep that. And this enter number of characters is how many characters are going to be shown in here. Generally, I want to go with 200 or even 250 depending on articles. But for this example, we can start with 200 and change it later on if we need to. This is important far because here, if you for example don't want to show button, you can simply go into layout and click it off and it will automatically disappear from here. You can see, but I like to show button. The only thing I don't like is category because I think it's unnecessary and people don't need to see it right in here. So I always turn that off. But here in post query, we can actually change everything. So we can go and include stuff by terms. Those are the categories that we have created. So for example, when I want to have only, let's say, soups in here, if I put on my blog post category soup, it will show you only soups, which is really helpful when it comes to changing those plugins. And you can even go and put up everything. So if you leave this empty, it will take everything. But I don't like that there are so many options in here. So let me change it into max post number 3. So we have only one row. Now you can see everything, but for example, if you don't want to see some specific post, like let's say this chicken tortilla soup, like you are not proud of it and you don't want to waste time on front page of your website, you can actually exclude it by specific post. So I'm gonna hit specific post and I'm gonna write chicken and it will pre-write you all of the content that contain chicken. So for example, I'm gonna hit chicken tortilla soup. And you can see it excluded from this side. So let's say I don't want also this baked omelette. And I can also exclude this, which is really powerful way of doing this. It's really simple, which is really good way of doing stuff. Now you can see that this order is from the last edit is the first. So for example, if you want to go and give it random, you can randomize it even, so whenever you log in into this website, it will change everything, which is really cool style. But now let's keep it on default, so from the newest one. But this doesn't look that good, so let's finally change the style of it. You can see this, for example, this border color. I don't like this gray, I like to see it white, so it's really seamless. Now let's take a look at content. I genuinely like to put this into 0. So that we have it even. Now we can go and deal with our image. I kind of like it on 300, but you can go and, for example, make it a lot bigger or even a lot smaller, depending on your needs. But I like to do it on 300. Whenever you want to go for image fit, definitely go with cover. Content, it doesn't look that good. It will take the original size of your photo and it just doesn't look professional enough. So definitely go with cover. Now, category, we cannot actually see it now because we have turned it off inside here. So if I want to show you, you can go under category and, for example, manage the color of this and do many different styles. But as I said, we don't actually need it, so I'm gonna disable it for now. Now later on, we can actually go and deal with our titles, which is the name of the recipe in this case. I have actually prepared this little recipe block design that I'm gonna be using, few of the color palettes and also the fonts. So we have main LoRa and railway fonts. So for example, for this heading, I'm gonna go and use font called LoRa. I'm gonna go, select it, and even make it a little bit bigger. But let's say I don't like to see this distance between these. I also want to go and make it a little bit more bold. With line height, I can actually adjust how far the lines are from each other. And I like to give it just small amount of space. You can also go mess up with letter spacing, but I genuinely don't like to mess with that. And even word spacing if you would like that. But I also think the default setting here is really good. The cool part that I have learned just recently is that you can actually go in here and create a new global font. For example, I'm gonna go and name this H1. And what does that mean? Whenever you want to go and use this font once again on something similar, you don't need to go find font, change size and something. You can simply go into this global icon and find it over here. And the same thing you can do with color. So let's change this color. I want to go and give this blue color. So I'm gonna copy this and I'm gonna go in text color and simply paste it inside here. But I don't want to copy this all the time because I'm going to be using this color a lot during this video. So I can go and create this color. So I'm going to go write my blue. Okay, I have to learn how to write first and create this global color. The same thing with this pink color. I'm going to copy it and use it as the hover color. So when I'm going to hover over it, it will change its color. So let me do that real fast. You can see we like this color. I'm going to click on this plus sign and say, name it my pink. And you can see that it's changing color when we are interacting with it. Also, you can go and change title spacing. So how far is your title from the image? I like to leave it like this. Maybe, just maybe, change a size a little bit because I can see that it can really comfortably fit inside here. Now let's change some metadata. We have that turned off as well. And we have actually text, which means the text inside. Here I'm going to use a different font. I'm going to use railway font. So I'm going to go and type railway and actually change the size to something a little bit smaller. I think 14 is just about right. But when looking at it, I think we can add more text to it. So when we want to do that, we want to go to content and let's say we want to add 250 characters. So let me go back to text. We can go space it a little bit more from our title and maybe even adjust line height a little bit. And also once again I can go and save this as my text, so we don't need to redo this every single time. And lastly, button, you can go and change the button padding or stuff like that, but generally here I only want to change colors and I don't want to go do this because we have already created our global color. So when I want to change this, I want to go hit on this globe and find my pink, and you can see this is really easily, but I don't like this hover color over it, so I'm gonna change it to my blue, and you can see how simple it begins after few clicks. Now let's add some more things. So I want to go and definitely add some heading to let people know what this section is actually about. I also want to go and add some divider, which is going to be simple line, and also some text editor. So let's name this section, for example, most popular recipes. We want to go center it. And then now you can see that I don't need to go and write everything once again. I can simply go here. I know that I want to have Laura font, so I'm gonna hit H1. And here I can simply go and drag the size as high as I want. Now also with color, I don't need to go and write it in here. I can simply go into my global colors and put the blue on. Now let's check this line. This is only from the purposes of making it more visually appealing. So I'm gonna go to size and make it a little bit thicker. I'm gonna go with 2. And once again size, let's put it on blue. And here with text, I'm gonna go and copy just some simple stuff inside here. And you can see that it changed. I'm also gonna go change the typography to my text. Make it a little bit bigger and maybe a little bit bolder as well. And change the color to blue once again. Now this looks good, but it's kind of further apart from itself. I want this line to be closer and I want to have more space on top. So we can do this pretty easily. When we want to go and move this line, we can go to advanced, unlink values, and actually go into minus values on our top margin. And you can see it will bring it nicely and closely. And we can do the same thing with our text. So I'm gonna go hit a little bit minus values and we can see it in here. But here is the problem. Whenever you save this and you want to go and check it up on your website, so I'm going to refresh this, you are actually going to see this, that it's too close to our video, which is kind of distracting. Now we could start moving this, but the way better way is move the whole section. So let me show you how that works. We're going to select everything inside this blue rectangle. We're gonna go and hit advanced, and here we can actually go and move everything inside here. which is by far the better way to do it than move everything one by one. So let's say we want to go and move this by 100 to 50, it's a nice number, so it will give us some breathing space on the top. So I want to go and hit update to save the changes, and also let's move this up a little bit. Now the beautiful part about making a website this way is that we can simply copy this and rewrite it. What do I mean by that? When you want to go to navigation, you can see this entire column inside here. So the heading, you can see when I unclick it what it actually does, and when I'm gonna go, I can go duplicate it and simply post it under here. I'm gonna do that with everything. And now we have the same thing twice inside here. So let me just move this off the top a little bit. So we have once again the breathing space, and here we can simply go and change our heading. So for example, let's change this to dinner recipes. Now we don't need to change the font or anything, we can simply go to content and change this to dinner recipes. We can go and change this whatever you want, but here is the important part. We don't need to go and recreate this once again, we simply need to go to post query, and here, include by terms, we are actually going to hit dinners, the category that we have created. And look what it does. It's gonna take up the content and it's gonna put it inside here, so we don't need to recreate this. And this way, we can do this really fast. So when I wanna go and do it, once again, you can do it also this way, duplicating it inside of here and grabbing everything down. But if you have troubles of taking it, for example, grabbing this text, you can always go to navigation and simply find, okay, this is the text editor, gonna go, duplicate it inside here and drag it down a little bit. So I like to do this way. And now we can, for example, go and put dessert recipes inside here. So I'm gonna go and change this once again to something from dinner to our desserts. And let's take up the desserts and let's order them not from the newest one to the oldest one, but let's put them in random order. So what does that mean? Whenever you want to go and log in, it's gonna look differently. So now we can see that we have marine biscuit cake, gluten-free chocolate cake, and this jello salad. When I'm gonna hit update and preview this website, you are actually going to be seeing different recipes. So when I scroll down, you can see that they are really random. We don't see marine cake, chocolate cake, or jello. We see some peanut butter cookies, sweet pie potato, and pumpkin chocolate chips. And whenever you want to go refresh this website, you're gonna be seeing always something different. So for example, now it changed to gluten-free cake. And now we have even glazed donuts. But you will see those that are put from the newest to oldest will never change unless you post new content, which will keep your website really fresh and changing even from returning visitors, which is really good. But now let's put something on this side, because this is really empty. So what we want to go and do is put up some faces in here. So let me grab image. I'm gonna put up some image in here, and it's gonna be image of our chef. So I'm gonna go select files, go inside here, homepage, and I want to go with this specific image. So now I'm gonna wait for it to load up. And now I want to go and actually crop this image because it's not square and I wanted to make it square. So I'm gonna go hit edit image. It will take you to this editing section. I'm gonna hit on crop. I'm gonna put my aspect ratio of 1:1. So when I'm gonna move this, you can see that it's perfect square, 1:1. And I actually can go and make it so our chef is in focus. Okay, I like this. So I'm gonna hit crop. And don't forget to hit save. Now this will import the new dimension of the image, so I'm gonna hit insert media. And you can see that we have this image in here, but it's a little bit big and I would like to see it round because I think it will just add up a little bit. So when you want to make this round, you want to go to advanced and go into mask and hit it on, which you can see. You can go and even create flower or some many different types, triangle if you want, but we are gonna go with circle. You can go and hit fit, or if you wanna make it by yourself, you can go and customize it a little bit, but I genuinely like the feed one. And also for me, the center works and no repeat works as well, but it's a little bit too big. So let me go here. You can go and adjust it. For example, you can go for medium, but I genuinely like to go with my own dimensions, and for this reason I'm gonna go with 350. And you can see that this is decent size. So I'm gonna hit update and I'm gonna add few more things inside here. So I'm gonna go in here, and we definitely wanna have the name of this chef in here. We also would like to have some small description. Let's say we wanna have our social media in here, so I'm gonna go and find social icons. Then also let's put up one divider. And last but not least, also some posts on the back of our site. So I'm gonna go with post lists and put them inside here. Now this doesn't look really good, so let's make it look really good. So let's change this name to Sarah Walker, make it center align, and let's change the color to our blue. We have already pre-written it, and also the text to our font, and simply go and adjust the size of it. Now this looks really good, I like it, and we can go and move to text edit. So we want to go here, delete this text and put up some of our own text, and also change color. Now let's put it on something a little bit more grayish, and we can go to put my text, maybe make it a little bit bigger so that people can actually see it. And I really like it, but it's kind of wild. You can see that it's really close to those areas, so we can actually go click on this section, hit advanced, and not deal with the margin, but actually with padding, because when you are changing padding, you are changing the stuff inside of the column. You are not changing the actual blue rectangle, you are changing the size of the inside of the rectangle. So let me show it to you. When I want to go and hit this, you can see that it's gonna start moving. And I want to go and do the same part in here. It looks way better this way in my opinion. We can go for, let's go with 20, that looks about right to me. I maybe want to go and move this also little closer or little further. For example, let me adjust this image and put it a little bit more down. You can see even I make sometimes this mistake, but it's really simple to correct, so you have nothing to be worried about. Let's put it a little bit lower actually, and maybe let's put also this a little bit lower. So it's on generally the same size. And here let's add some social icons. It's really easy, you can simply go inside here, it will add you new icon, and you can change it inside here. So for example, let's say you want to have definitely your Pinterest. If you are dealing with recipes, this is the good way to start. Also we would like to see, let's say, our Instagram, we can add that. And let's say you don't want to have Facebook, so you can simply go, delete it. And if you want to have something, you can go add, and let's say you want to have TikTok, you can see it's not inside the recommended, but what you can do is go to all icons, and it will genuinely find you nearly every single icon that exists. So I can add TikTok inside. Now we can go and actually change the order, because I don't want to see the Twitter as the first one. So I want to see Pinterest, so I'm gonna click on Pinterest and grab it and move it on the first page, and you can see how simple it actually is. But once again, I don't like the color of this Instagram. So we can go here and change this color from official to custom color. And the primary color represents the background basically, and the secondary column represents the icon. So when I want to go and change primary color, I want to go for, let's go for something like bright orange. Bright orangey, I would say, is a good way to go Instagram. Now this looks great. And the secondary color will change the inside, but I like to keep it on white. And also let's change TikTok to something more approachable as well. For example, something like this, dark purple. Now, what you want to go and do is put up your link inside here. So now let's say I want to go and put my YouTube channel in here. So we're going to simply go, copy this link, hit update. And now whenever I want to go to my website, it will update. And when I'm gonna go and hit YouTube, it will take me to the link that I gave it to, which is my YouTube channel. And you can see it inside here. And you can do this with all of the links inside here. Now let's deal with this divider. I actually want to go and put up the text inside here. So you can see that it will add text in between. We can go and add it like most popular recipes. And we will update inside here. And you can actually go and deal with the style. So for example, if you want to make it more bold, the actual line. And you can also go and deal with the text. So let's say you want to go make it a little bit smaller like this. This looks really good. Let's put our color to our favorite pink color. And let's put the divider color into blue. Now I think this looks really good as a starter. I may want to go inside here and change this. I want to go and change this and move it a little bit. Now let's change this one because this looks really ugly. What we want to go and do is layout is good. The number of characters inside is 100. We can go and put it, for example, 350. You're gonna see that it's a little bit too much, so let's keep it on 100. The layout, I genuinely like everything we see in here, so we can see the image, the title and the text. I think we can keep that. Show additional data, I don't really like showing anything more inside here. People are not really interested in seeing this, so I'm gonna keep everything off. And here in post query we can once again go and select what we want to show. But for these types we can go and, for example, show something random, or if you have, for example, your favorite author, or if you want to have some special order, you can go and figure it out inside here. But I'm just gonna keep it from the newest. And once again you can even here exclude, let's say, by specific post. So for example, I don't want to see this Mexican lentil soup. So I'm gonna hit on it and it will disappear from here. And now it starts to look a little better, but it still is kind of ugly. So let's manage to deal with it. We can go click item. Inside the content, we definitely want to get rid of this weird gray color. So once again, put it inside white and even drag it as a transparent, so it will have no background. The padding, we can see that it's kind of offset, which I don't like. I want to go and give it to 0, so it's strictly aligned. Image, I like to move this a little bit to make it a little bit bigger. So for example, let's go to 150 by 150. You can see it's more space, it will show and people can actually see it, which I like. In category, we turn that off, so we don't need to deal with it once again. Now, with the title, we can do the same that we have done before. Genuinely, when you're building sites, you want to stick to the same titles, the same fonts and same colors, so it's not overwhelming for visitors to see this. So I'm gonna go to typography, hit H1, but make it a lot smaller. This looks really good, and maybe a little bit less bold, so 500, 600. I'm gonna keep it on 600. And also title color, we're gonna go for blue. Now this looks really good. We can go and bring up the spacing a little bit, but it genuinely looks nice. Once again, additional data, we turn that off, so we don't need to worry about it. The text, we can go and change it to what we have created, or you can simply put your favorite in here. So let's see if this is good enough. I think this is good, but we can definitely add a few more. So let's look like 150 would look like. And this is pretty good amount of content, so we can keep this in here. We don't have any button, so we don't need to worry about it. But now let's adjust a padding a little bit. We can see that this is too close, the text and the photo. So what I want to go is unlink those values more from here. Item radius, you can go and make it circular, which I don't genuinely like, so I'm not gonna deal with it. And we can go and adjust content padding. Once again, in here, we want to go with the left one, and you can see when we move it a little bit, it creates the much needed breathing room, and now I think this looks really good. If you want to go between items, which is the whole box, you can go and even add a little bit more spacing inside of them. I don't know, I think this is starting to look really good. So I'm gonna go and hit update. And now we can see that our footblock is starting to look really good and professional. We can see there are many colors, it's really good, it's vibey, I really like it how it looks. So let's get a little bit more further to it. Now when you want to go and let's say not divide this all the way down, you can actually go and create a simple line in here. Put it the same. So for example, I'm gonna put this to 33.33 and also adjust the box settings, because you can see that even though this is 33%, which is the same as here, it doesn't actually extend that much further. So I want to go select everything, hit box and put up my own values, which in this case are gonna be 1350, and you can see it's the same. And now I can simply go to navigation and copy some stuff from here. So for example, I can see this column, I can see this section, and we can go. So we're gonna go and post stuff from here. So we're gonna copy this heading, putting inside here, and once again do it with everything. So heading, divider, text editor, and last but not least post blocks. We can see that we have created inside here. We're gonna go and change this, for example, for my travel adventures, just to show you that you don't only need to write about making food from your home, because it can get a little bit boring after a while. So you want to go to post and change this from desserts to my travel adventures. And you can see when you're experimenting with new foods or whatever you've tried before, you can go and make it inside here. Once again, I'm gonna leave this on random, and you can do this way more times. So let me do it one more time. You can even go in here and simply duplicate it like here and go and move some stuff. So for example, you want to go move your travel adventures, but this is more of a headache, as I found out. So I like to do it with the navigation bar. And let's change this to our soup recipes. I don't think we have done it yet. No, we haven't. So we can go soup recipes and simply go and change this inside post query from travel adventures to soups. And now we have our beautiful site. I can go and actually put up inside here chicken tortilla soup, and let's ban Mexican vegan lentil soup. And now this looks really good. And we can do this many times, but this will be enough for this time. I think it's gonna go and start looking really good. So this can end after a while, and we're gonna see that it still continues inside here for a little while. Let's get rid of all of those stuff, so we don't need some testimonials or some about us inside here. I actually quite like this site, place where you can place questions. So let's change this a little bit. Let's change the background. So we want to go to styles inside the global of the section. Get rid of this. Now we are not going to use a video for this one. I'm going to show you how you can go and do this with photo. So I'm going to select photo. I'm going to use this one. I'm going to wait for it to upload. And now let's hit insert. And we can see it's starting to look really good. You can go and deal with positions, so for example centralized and stuff like that, but I genuinely, for these cases, I like to go to custom and simply do it by myself. So on y-axis I want to go and move it a little bit inside here. Inside size you can go and also customize the size of your photo. So for example, you want to make it like this. I want to go and make it inside here. Now this looks kind of nice, but I would like to see it only on one side. So what I want to actually go and do is add something that's called inner section inside here and move this inside the inner section. We actually don't need this text under it, so I'm gonna go and hit delete. We can go hit duplicate and move this button inside here and get rid of this button, delete. So you can see that we have two sections. Let's put up heading inside here. For example, I want to have this chef in focus, so I'm gonna go and move questions more on the left side. Once again, go change typography. We're gonna go H1, but this time make it a little bit bigger. I can actually move this a little bit more here. I'm gonna go move question inside here. Give this a little bit more breathing space. We can see that it's too close together in my opinion, so I'm gonna go inside here and make it a little bit more further. Let's talk now. You can go change it for whatever you would like. You can actually go and put some link on a site where you would like to go. And also text color. I want to go and change this to white. Or we can simply go inside white. Background type, we want to go with something completely transparent in this case. Border type, we're going to give solid once again. Width, we can do it on one way. Gonna go and color it in a white way. And now let's go and change the hover so it has a response. So when we're gonna go, hit hover, background type, color, hit it, lower the opacity, and you can actually preview it right here. So this is too much gray in my opinion. You can even go and make it a little bit more on the yellowish side, for example, which goes really good with the background in this case. So I'm gonna keep it this. So I'm gonna keep it in this way. Then you wanna go and hit a question and maybe change color to something like this. And you can even go and change the border type to the same color if you would like to. But I like to keep it white in this case, so we can see that this is everything. And I think this homepage looks really nice. When we want to update it, we can see our main text inside here, our recipes, we have our photo, a little small amount of description, our social media icons inside here, all of the text that will be automatically updated. So whenever you update a new dinner recipe, it will actually show itself in here automatically, so you don't need to go and deal with it one by one after every single post, which is really good. And what we want to do, let's change more stuff. For example, let's change the heading and the footer of our website. We actually don't want to do this with Elementor. When we are changing our header, we want to go and hit customize in our administration dashboard. So now we can see our site. We want to go to header builder and actually start changing stuff. For example, I don't want to see this button inside here, so I can go here and remove this element and it will automatically take it away. Now I want to change this logo. This is the really important part because many people just simply go into logo, remove this, hit change logo, upload file. I'm gonna go for my logos, put up this one in here, and they will wait for it to load. Now they will ask you how you want to crop it. I want to go and see everything inside here. And it's white on white so you cannot see it, but it's actually there. And we're going to have cropping image. It's going to start cropping your website to the correct size. And now you can see that our logo is changed inside here. Let's make it a little bit bigger. But here's the thing. When you hit publish, it will actually not change your logo in here. So when I want to go here and reload this website, you're gonna see that the button will disappear, but the logo won't actually change, even though we have published our changes. You can see the button is not here, but the logo is the same. And to deal with it, it's really simple. What we actually want to go and do is go under transparent header and change it inside here. So we're gonna remove this logo and select our white logo. So I'm gonna go home, choose it, click choose image, and you can see that our logo was changed once again. So I'm gonna go and make it a little bigger. I'm gonna hit publish changes. And after that, when I wanna go and reload this website, you're gonna be actually able to see that this logo will finally be changed. And you can see it in here that it's changed successfully. Now, let me go back from header. And we actually wanna go to footer builder. And here we can go and change this. Add media and add our different logo. So for example, I'm gonna go with this one and I'm gonna hit insert media and it should appear inside here. I want to go and click delete this, and we see this HTML one is the size of our image, so we can make it even a little bit bigger like this. If we move, it's a little bit bigger. And this genuinely looks nice. We're gonna go and change copyright, made by Look at Nose. And we can also go and adjust, for example, colors. So we can go and put it inside nice darker side. Okay, so we're gonna go deal with text later on. So we're gonna go publish changes. And now before leaving, we wanna go and adjust the size of the logo also for our mobile. So what I wanna go and do is go here under header builder, go to transparent header and change the logo width. This is for tablets, and also change it for mobile phones so it's not that small and people can actually see it. So I'm gonna change it like it, hit publish, and it will save it. And now we have our good looking website finally made. So you can see we have our logo inside here, we have our video playing, we have logo, our photo, our social media, automatically updated list of our blog posts, and now we have only small adjustments to make. Now let's go and change those menus, because we have 2 of them and chances are that you want to see something different in here. And also let's finally connect those buttons to the specific pages. But firstly, let's take a look at what the difference actually is, because we have blog posts and we have also pages. Blog posts we have obviously explained already. Those are your specific posts. And pages, they are the whole site. So for example, this is a page. This is our home page. We can create pages for specific stuff. For example, for all of our recipes on one side. But we can also create specific page, for example, for desserts. So when people gonna click on that page, they will only see desserts up there. So let's do it. When you wanna go and create pages, you wanna go under pages. And here you can go and add new page. And now we can put title inside. So I'm gonna go for recipes. This is going to be our main site, but we can also create subsections. So for example, I'm gonna create also pages for stuff like vegan recipes, desserts, dinner recipes, and many more. So for example, I can go, simply copy this, go into add new, and simply insert it inside here. Now those are gonna be blank pages. We're gonna edit them and put content on them later. So let's just create few pages. And whenever you wanna go and change the name, for example, like I wanna do now, for example, I don't wanna have dinner recipes, I can simply go, hit edit, and delete the part and hit update. And we're gonna see that it changed. And it changed. So for example, when I wanna go, I can go and update this, and I can even go and update it in Elementor because I made a mistake in here. Want to go in here and simply put another N inside and hit update. So you can always go and edit your preferences. So we're gonna have dinner, it's updated, so we can go back. And now I have added few pages, as you can see. But let's change those in here. You actually don't want to go and do this with Elementor, you want to go to customize. There are actually 2 ways of making it. You can go to customize, or you can simply go to appearances, hover over it, and click on menus. And as you can see, here is our current existing menu. We have home, about, services and contact. And the same thing is here, home, about, services and contact. But let's say we want to change it and create a new menu. Well, we can actually do that easily. You can see here in this box, we're gonna go and hit create a new menu. You can also go and do it from here. You can go into menus and create new menu. But I want to actually go and do it inside WordPress. So you can go and put up your menu. So I'm gonna go and name it after our menu. Now we can go and select it as primary menu and also our footer menu. So we can see when I scroll down, you have one menu over here. This is your footer menu. And we have also our main menu inside here. So for example, if I'm gonna go leave this unmarked, it's going to only change this up here and the lower one going to stay same. So I'm gonna go and hit create menu. And now we can actually go and simply add few stuff inside here. So let's say I want to go and add about us page, contact us page, recipes, dinners, desserts, dessert, and vegan recipes. You may have many more, but I'm gonna go for this example, adding only those. If I would go and save this menu and reload this website, now you can see that it changed inside here and we have more options. And if I scroll down, you can see that the lower one stayed untouched. But let's say you have even more types of recipes inside here and it can get a little bit confusing. So let's clean this up. What you can actually go and do is hover this over and it will affect the place when it's located. So when I'm gonna go and hover recipes on the first place, it's gonna appear on the first place. But what we can actually go is hover those other recipes and move them slightly to right. And you can see that they are going to be created as a sub item. What does that mean? Well, let me put all of those inside here and now save this menu. What it's actually going to do is create this menu that's going to be much more simpler. So when I'm gonna go reload it, it's gonna have a subsection, and if I hover over it, you can see that we have dessert, vegan recipes, and many more. And this is really good because it's going to create a lot of sense later on. Now, if we want to go and change this, for example, to make it more transparent, we can go to customize. Now, when we want to go and edit this, we can actually go to header builder, go inside our transparent header, hit design, and we can see this sub menu color. So when I'm gonna go and change background to red, you can actually see that it's going to be red. So for example, for these purposes, because it's a sub menu, we can go and create it a little bit lighter, not fully transparent, but a little bit more, so it creates a good effect. So we can go leave that inside. Toggle color, we don't need to have this inside here, so we're gonna go and change it to way lighter color. I'm gonna go hover this a little bit over, and I really like this, so I'm gonna go and publish those changes inside here. You can see that this starts to look really good. But now let's edit those pages. So when I'm gonna go and visit my website once again, and I'm gonna hit recipes, it will actually take me to a clear website, but I cannot edit it with Elementor because you don't see it in here, right? Well, there is a good way. You don't need to worry about it at all. You simply need to go to pages and find the one you want to go and edit. In this case, we want to go with recipes. I'm gonna go and hit edit, and in here you're gonna see edit with Elementor. So you want to go in here, wait for it to load, and it will actually take you to the Elementor editor. Now inside here, it's the same thing as we did on our main page, so you have nothing to be worried about. Simply go, select your site, you can go, click on those dots, and let's put it on 130, so it's gonna be a much larger box, and let's put up some stuff. So when people gonna go and land on this page, we wanna go and show them recipes. So now we can go and build this. We have two options. We can go and start over, or we can simply go to our pre-existing website, for example in here, and copy those elements. So I'm gonna go hit copy, and simply you can go inside here and hit paste, and it can always copy all of those images for you, so you can save a lot of time. Now if you think this is large enough place, you can actually go and put 4 results inside here, but it will only show you 3. Why is that? Well, if you remember correctly, we have it set up to show maximum posts of 3, but now when we are creating for everything, we can actually go and put it, let's say, on 20 posts per page, and you can see this looks really good. If you want to have more results, you can actually go inside here and find this editor. You're gonna go drop it inside here, and people are actually going to be able to click from one page to another to check out more recipes. And if you would like, you can go and simply go inside here and edit many stuff. So for now, we don't need to have it inside. We can actually go and put it a little bit lower. I'm gonna also go and copy those. So for example, I'm gonna go here and hit paste, and it's going to be taking me down. So I want to go, simply go to navigation and hit it upside, and now we have it easily. I'm gonna go I want to go, hit copy, and simply go inside here, paste it inside, hit copy, and once again simply hit paste. All of my recipes. And here, if you want, you can go and add more stuff. So for example, you can add a category inside here, and you can even edit that. So under color, we're gonna go make it pink, and let's bring it a little closer. We want to go and hit more radius, so we're gonna go for like 15. Now we're gonna go unlink those values, and we can make it bigger or larger inside here, but I really like it this way, so I don't think we need to change that much. Now this is a really simple way how you can go and edit your pages. So now when I want to go back, I can go and click on recipes. It will actually take you and show you all of your recipes, and you can go and click on how many recipes you have inside here, and it will show people this beautiful site. Now you can do this with more stuff. So for example, I'm gonna go copy this and go back to our dashboard. Let's go back to our dashboard. We can go hit all pages and find, let's say, desserts. I'm gonna hit edit, and here I'm gonna find edit with Elementor. I'm gonna click on it, and once again I'm gonna simply go post it inside, change the size to 1300, and paste this our result. But now we are not going to go for all, but we are actually going to go and specifically select desserts. So we have them inside here. We can even go and let's randomize them just to show you how many you have inside here. Now we can go and copy this stuff. Actually gonna go, need to bring it up. We can go simply hit dessert recipes. You can go and write some small description inside here, hit update, and you're gonna be able to see those websites. So when I hover over it, click on desserts, you can actually go and see it inside here. And whenever you want to go and add new recipe, it will automatically add it up inside recipes and also inside your home page. You can see if I'm gonna go hover over it, we don't actually see the logo of our website. Well, we can simply go to customization, go inside header builder, inside transparent setting, and when you see this, enable on complete website, you're gonna hit it on and find disable on post and disable on pages. So when I want to go and load this website up, once again, you're gonna be actually able to see this. But before that, we have to go to site title and change this logo to the more colorful one. So for this one, I'm gonna go crop it inside here, hit crop image, and you don't need to worry about it because for our main site we are using transparent header. But when I want to go to recipes, you are actually going to able to see our logo because this is our second non-transparent logo. So you can go and deal with it really easily. You can go and once again manage the sizes however you want, and whenever you click on it, it will take you to the main site. Now the same thing you can go and do it with contact us or even about us page. Simply you want to go change few elements in here. You can go put up your social icons, and also the same thing with about us. It's really simple. You can go click edit with Elementor. Now you can go into about us and simply change a few stuff. So for example, give different image. You can see that this is a simple section with inner section inside it. So if you put it inside, you can see that you have title and you have a text editor. So whenever you see something cool, you can simply click on it, see what it is, or it's text editor, and you can find it inside here. So for example, text editor inside. And you can go and create the site you would like about us page. Now contact us, you can go change few elements, for example put more social icons. I obviously show you that before. You have this cool send message. People don't usually use it, but you can go and head up more pictures. For example, if you have staff writers, you can go and put it inside here and they can contact also your writers, or you can put them inside about us page. But now let's also take a look at one of the last things. I'm gonna be actually showing you how you can finally connect those buttons. So I'm gonna go hit edit with Elementor. and I'm gonna click on this button, and here when you see link you can actually go and pre-write some stuff. So when I'm gonna go delete all of this, delete the hashtag, and I write RE, it's actually gonna suggest you few pages. You have specific posts and you have also page. So you can go simply hit on it and it will automatically insert the URL of your page. So now without any changes, you can see that this button is actually not working at all. I'm clicking on it, but nothing is happening. But when I want to go update this and reload this website and click on this check recipes, it will actually take you to this all of my recipes, whatever I just put in. Now the good part is that you do not need to worry about functioning buttons on your blog post because they work automatically. So that's really good part. And also social icons, everything will work automatically. Here when you have let's talk, you can for example go delete the hashtag and hit CO as contact, and I'm gonna see here contact page. And when I save it, once again refresh this website, you can see that when I hit on let's talk now, it will actually take you to contact us page. So this is everything, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. Now you should be able to create few blog posts, put up your pictures, social media, and all of those good stuff. Also connect it with other pages, creating contact us page and about us page. You know how to connect buttons, change logos, and even edit it inside here. Now if you watch this video into this part, you obviously want to go and create your own food blog. I hope I showed you that it's not really that hard and you can create beautiful food blogs also without needing to spend a lot of money. But this is the important part where many people fail. They don't actually take an action because they think, oh yeah, I can do this later on. But if you watch it to this time, you actually want to go and create a website. So if you want to hear some words of encouragement, go and do it right now. Yes, right now. Go into beginning of video, see how you can go and sign up with Bluehost and actually start doing it today. Because the old saying say the best time to start a food blog was yesterday. So don't waste any more time and start today. I hope I helped you at least a little bit, and goodbye.